Before we begin the following program, we would like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children or those of you who are of a Marxist or misandrist disposition.
Oh, for God's sake!
I don't like it.
Idiots!
Hello, Grumpies. Back in the day, this was a joke, and everyone knew it was a joke, because everybody knew that this wasn't Doctor Who. In exactly the same way, this was a joke too, and everybody knew it was a joke, because this wasn't Doctor Who either. Oh, how times have changed. Good evening. I am the new Doctor Who. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't you used to be that chap with the scarf? Well, yes, I did. But that was back in the days when I was a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey and the constellation of Cerberus, and the man who regenerated into another man. But that's all changed now, and as you know, life depends on change and renewal, so now I'm not a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey and the constellation of Cerberus. Now I'm an anti-imperialism brown portal baby from fuck knows where, which I'm sure you'll agree is a much better backstory, and opens up lots of new storytelling possibilities, all of which are locked up in a fob watch that I threw away after the universe got fucked by the floods. I'm also no longer a man who regenerates into another man. I'm no longer a he, now I'm a they. Hence my latest regenerative form. In this body, I'm now both male and female at the same time. Not so much Doctor Who as Doctor Who the fuck are they meant to be. This is much better than being a man in two ways. One, I can now appeal to penis persons and vagina persons at the same time. And two, like many of my fans with YouTube channels, I can now fuck myself. The only drawback with this new body, apart from it not being ginger, is that I'm still a whitey, for which I can only apologise, because, as we all know, being a whitey automatically makes me a privileged racist. And so, by way of reparation, I will only be doing one season before I'm replaced by an Australian Aboriginal trans woman in a wheelchair with a robot dog and a flaming sword. But I will be back for the 70th anniversary in 2033, where I will be joining two of my future incarnations, Joanna Chumbly and Lenny Not Whitey, in a nostalgia-tastic adventure where we save the universe from a race of evil aliens known as the Wogarati. I can't reveal too many details of the plot, as it hasn't been written yet, but then not knowing what to write never stopped Chris Chibnall. Now, although I'm no longer a Time Lord, I still have my time machine, the TARDIS. Unfortunately, it's a blue police box, which is problematic on two fronts. One, the word police triggers many of my younger fans, as it represents the outdated idea of law and order. So in order to appeal to the children, the words police box will be replaced with the words help box. Two, it's blue, which again is problematic, as blue is the colour of the Conservatives, suggesting Doctor Who is a Tory bastard. So to avoid causing offence to Labour voters, my TARDIS will be painted brown instead and renamed the TURDIS. And instead of Doctor Who, I will be referred to as Dr. Boo, which will inject more humour into the show than a script by Douglas Adams or Jodie Whittaker's attempt at acting. Now, I used the TARDIS earlier on today to jump forward in time to get this cutting from the Radio Times review of the 70th anniversary special, Curse of the Wogarati. I can't say too much about it, sweetie, but spoilers, Alex Kingston upon cleavage will be back as Queen of the Dravins, alongside Peter Blanderson, Porky Baker and Shitfester McCoy as dummies that come to life and get replaced by Autons. And Tom Baker's corpse will make a special cameo appearance as the Crypt Keeper of the Matrix. What I can tell you is that the Wogarati use a time scoop to free Skagra from the ship where I imprisoned him in 1979. Or not, depending on which timeline you're from. They then use his deranged billiard ball to create an army of deranged billiard balls that they fuse with the toclophane to create an army of killer mindfuck balls, which then send out a pangalactic virtue signal that they use to control the minds of everyone on planet Earth. Yes, I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but Doctor Who is fantasy after all. Nobody in the real world would ever try to control what people think or say. Thank goodness that's only fiction. Good night.
If you're a lefty and have been affected by anything in this video,
Fuck off!